Hi guys, this is God Disciple from Full Metal Heroes on the EU PS3 server. Today I'm going to be showing you a video on the new Celestial powers, and today it's going to be my DPS loadout. Now Celestial works on the same sort of mechanics as Hard Light does, so it is a precision based powers. You use a power in your loadout which you can then combo into another move which you have selected to get extra precision damage. Now I thought I would do my first commentary on this new power and my new loadout, mainly because you guys should now hear or know, sorry, what I sound like from being on Friday Night Legends episode 19. So now you should start to see more videos from me which include commentaries, because I think it's probably the better way to be able to express you my loadout and the reason why I have chosen those powers. So what I'll do to start with is I will show you what powers you need to select from each tree. So we're going to go first of all into the Blessed tree. Now in the Blessed tree you want to select the first one, the one below it, the one below it again, and the one to the far right. You then want to go into the Cursed tree, and from this one you want to select the first one, the one below that, the one below that, the one to the left, the one on the far right, and the two below that. Remember to spec in Triconic powers. All DPSs should always be picking a Weapons Expert and also Tactical Genius, and you've got 2 free, so I have gone into Powerful Resistance and Nano Wave Armor. Now onto the loadout itself. Now the first power that I have selected is called Benediction. Now Benediction will imbue yours and up to 3 group members' weapon attacks with sacred powers. This will increase the chance for getting more damage. The second power is called Malediction. This is a damage move and will cause 12 might ticks only on a single target though. The third move is Smite, which is another damage move. Now this is my first move that I will use to combo into another move to get extra damage. With this one you tap melee and you will combo into a move called Haunt. The next move on the loadout is called Retribution, which again is a damage move which I combo into another power, and with this one you tap melee and tap range and you will combo into a move called Wither. The next move is called Dark Pact. This, like Benediction, is a buff move, so this will increase your superpower damage by 35%, and this move will also give you the 50% damage increase. The last move on my loadout is called Cursed Idol, and this is your supercharge move. Cursed Idol is a 25% supercharge move which will create a cursed totem which will cause roughly, I counted about 29 might ticks, and it will also heal your nearby allies in your group. So there's the loadout. I'll just go through it again. Benediction, Malediction, Smite, Retribution, Dark Pact, and Cursed Idol. What I'll do now is I will show you what each power looks like, because I find sometimes you see people do commentaries and they just go straight through the loadout. I'll show you what each power looks like, because you'll find most of the time you'll be looking at your guy and looking at the enemy anyway. When you're DPSing, you're about getting the damage out, so you're never going to be looking at your pad. You're never going to be looking at what powers are at the bottom of your screen. So it's a good idea to familiarise yourself with what each power looks like, just to make sure that you are doing everything in your rotation correctly. So the first move is Benediction. This will give you these goldish looking orbs around your hand, which is pretty cool. It will show you that the buff is active. The second move, Malediction, does like a blackish purplish beam which comes out of your hand, and as you can see on the sparring target I'm getting those might ticks which will be 12. Just wait for that to go. There we go, it's gone. Next move was Smite. and this will do like a goldish whirlwind coming out of your hand. The next move is Retribution, which will do like a gold beam out your hand, like that. And Dark Pact, a lot like Benediction, you'll get these little orbs around your hand, but these ones are black and purple, which will show you that the buff is there. And the supercharged Cursed Totem, there we go, it's a skull with some black and purple stuff around it. And as you can see on the sparring dummies, I'm getting those ticks come off both of them nicely, and that'll just keep going on forever and ever and ever, and you can just sit back and do your damage whilst that ticks away. So now I will show you the rotation itself, and there's a few hints and tips in this, so make sure that you pay close attention to it. So as you probably could see from when I was showing you the powers, the buff moves, Benediction and Dark Pact, have a bit of a cast time and a bit of a cooldown. So a nice trick in order to minimise the time that you stood around looking like a lemon is to clip the two powers together. Now I clip the two powers also with Malediction, the 12 tick single target might damage. So what I will do is I will do Malediction first, clipped into Benediction, clipped into Dark Pact. So I'll show you what that looks like. So Malediction, Benediction, Dark Pact, and you can see the wait time to get out of that animation is a lot quicker, and you're getting 3 moves off within the space of doing 1 move. So it's a very good trick to do to save time and to make sure you're doing as much damage as possible. Another bonus of that is, whilst you are waiting for the animation to go down, you've got the ticks of Malediction going, so that you are still getting damage whilst you've got the buffs in place. What I would also suggest to do is, after you've done Dark Pact, remember this will increase your super power damage by 35%. So it's a good idea to do your supercharge after you've done this first part of the rotation. So I'll show you it again. So Malediction into Benediction into Dark Pact into Cursed Totem. Now your damage will be increased from Dark Pact on that totem. There we go, you're getting a bit of damage there on that sparring target. Not sure why it's not on that one, but it likes that one over there. Okay, so the next bit of the rotation is where you are actually doing your damage moves. As I said before, oh there we go, no I don't want a new look. Oh, and it's opening the PSN store. Just wait for this to go away. Come on. No, get me out of there. Come on. There we go, I'm out of it. Sorry about that, guys. Right, so the damage moves. So first of all, the damage part of it, I start with Smite. Remember, this is the move which looks like this. So at this point, I will do my first combo from there. So to combo out of Smite, remember you tap melee. So Smite, tap melee. Boom, a bit of extra damage, getting your precision ticks going there. Next part is Retribution, and remember this is tap melee and then tap range. So Retribution, tap melee, tap range. Boom, big damage. Okay. Now what you might have seen when I was doing that is with Retribution, after you've done tap melee, you will go into your hands will go up and there'll be a white sort of aurish thing around you. Don't make the same mistake that I did and try and clip it too quick and like hard light, because otherwise you're just not going to get your moves off. So my tip for that bit is, when you see the white and your hands go up, then tap triangle. So here we go. So Retribution, tap melee, there's the white bit, tap triangle. Boom, big damage. Okay. Now the reason I do the moves in these order is because you might see when you do the clip with Retribution, you go into like the hand blaster-ish looking move, which again you're going to be waiting around for that to go. So I clip that last bit with going back into smite. So I'll show you what I mean. So retribution, tap square, tap melee, and then back into smite, back into the rotation again, and there we go. You're just repeating that. There you go. And you can see on the sparring dummy, it's getting some quite nice damage just off 2 moves. Now, when you get used to the power, you're going to be going through that rotation so quick. And although you're only using 2 powers, it sometimes can use a lot of power. Hello, Mr. Electricity. You can sometimes use quite a lot of power. So what I suggest is if you're in a group and the trolls are struggling for power because you're spamming and getting massive damage out, I would suggest putting in a bit of your weapon moves with it as well. Now, it's completely up to you guys what weapon you want to use. Everyone has their own preference. Me, with DPS in, I like hand blasters. So what I would do is the hold triangle then tap triangle moves, because you get quite big damage off that anyway. So hold triangle, tap triangle, hold triangle, tap triangle. You can see, look, 1700 crit without any buffs, massive damage off the hand blasters. So what I would recommend, where you do smite and you combo into it, at that point do your hand blasters and click the last hand blaster move into retribution. So that should look like this. So smite, melee, hand blasters, second move, clip into retribution, and then go back through it again. Hand blasters, clip into retribution, triangle, like that. That way you're not losing a lot of damage by going back into your weapons, and you're also saving the troll some grief. There you go, good damage. Okay, but to be honest with you, most of the time when you're in a raid group, usually with beast trolls, so if the power is absolutely flowing, then don't even use your weapons. You can get so much damage just off of doing those 2 powers that you're not going to notice any decrease in your damage by not using your weapons. So you can, once you get really good with it, you can just keep going through those 2 powers, flipping it, getting quicker, and look, even there I make mistakes. So as I said before at the start of the video, it works on the same sort of mechanics as hard light. I find that it's a much more forgiving power than hard light. Because sometimes with hard light you can find yourself going into light claws, lunging in, and then Lex Luthor slapped you in the face, made you his little pet, and you're going to be having to pay out a repair bill. With Celestial, if you make a mistake with this loadout, the worst thing you're going to do is you're going to do that, and that's not going to get you into much trouble. So that's my loadout with Celestial, guys. It's a very, very nice, simple loadout. Very quick and easy to learn. Really would suggest spending a bit of time at the sparring dummies before you go into Nexus or Paradox. Just familiarise yourself with the rotation. You just go through your buff moves, then once you've got all those going, you've got your supercharge going, go through those damage moves like I said at the start, and then once your buff moves are back up, reactivate all of your buffs and go straight back into the damage. It's very, very simple. My final tip that I would recommend is when you are doing your rotation, it's always a good idea to make sure that you can see yourself and the target in your screen. You don't want to be doing that, attacking, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're hitting. Always make sure you can see both, because if that target stuns you, it's going to knock you out of your rotation. And the first couple of times you could be like, oh, where am I, what point am I at? If that happens, it's not the end of the world. Just start again with smite. Just start again. Back into it, get massive damage with big crits. Awesome. Right, okay guys, well, I hope you have liked my first commentary. Please provide me your feedback. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I can do to make it a bit easier for you guys in the future, or even give me suggestions of what sort of commentaries you would like me to do. If you'd like me to do some, I don't know, some league raid runs where you can hear everyone on the mic having a laugh, talking tactics, that's something I can do. Or if you just want me to do the similar sort of thing, so some loadouts, walkthroughs at certain points of raids, then just let me know. At the end of the day, these videos are here to help you out, so whatever will benefit you guys, just let me know. Thanks very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and catch you guys around.